a letter from congressional Democrats was presented essentially calling for more sanctions to be imposed on Russia in response to allegations of Russia trying to interfere in the 2020 presidential election, which will take place in November.
We urge you to identify and target for sanctions all those determined to be responsible for ongoing elections interference, including President Putin, the government of the Russian Federation, any Russian actors.
Now, as you heard, the letter even called for directly sanctioning the Russian head of state, Russian President Vladimir Putin. Now, we know that these new allegations about the upcoming election can be traced back to Shelby Pearson. Now, Shelby Pearson is an intelligence community figure in the United States who is basically, at this point, the top election security official. And she testified before the U.S. House of Representatives Intelligence Committee about allegations that Russia is somehow planning to meddle in the 2020 vote for the purpose of making sure that Donald Trump is re-elected.
Did you see that? I see these phonies, the do-nothing Democrats. They said today that Putin wants to be sure that Trump gets elected. Here we go again. These people are crazy.
Now, much of Shelby's claim has been disputed and debunked by other figures in the U.S. intelligence community. Furthermore, in the aftermath of this claim from Shelby Pearson that Russia is meddling for the purpose of re-electing Trump, we now have allegations that Russia is meddling for the purpose of electing U.S. Senator Bernie Sanders from Vermont. So Russia is at this point being accused of taking two different sides in the upcoming vote. However, Russia has been very adamant that this is simply not true. The Russian government officials have been very adamant that they are not trying to interfere in the U.S. voting process.
The Russian Federation does not interfere in other countries' internal political processes. We appeal to politicians to stop playing the blame game. It's especially striking how political forces in Washington are exploiting this myth for their opportunistic gain, making totally ungrounded and fictitious Russia-linked allegations against each other is becoming a bad American political tradition.
Now, in 2016, there were widespread allegations of Russian meddling, Russian collusion in the U.S. election process. Those allegations continued after the election. There was a long investigation, and much of what had initially been said was debunked. The facts simply didn't add up. It wasn't true. But regardless of everything the United States has been through and all the allegations that have been hurled and debunked in the last 4 years, it seems like now, as the 2020 vote approaches, and in November, once again, the United States will be going to the polls to determine who will be president, it seems that allegations about Russia will once again be surfacing, and that this will be once again part of the election process in determining who will be the president of the United States for the following 4 years.